Jim, what have you done with the halfling's head I brought from
Good evening, and welcome to this marvelous stadium for an incredible match. For those who are new to Blood Bowl, we are Jim Bifford and Bob John.
No, Jim, I am Bob Bifford. Concentrate. So here we are, Bob Bifford and Jim Johnson, prepared to live an extraordinary match.
Indeed, Bob, and we are ready to brilliantly comment this live match just for you folks.
And here we go.
Here we go again for another bloodbath.
All vampire teams do suck.
Blood, of course. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, Jim, we can agree that they are not the greatest teams out there.
Well, Bob, they do have a huge disadvantage. I mean, all that blood sucking and all. Vampires! At last! A team with class!
Not that you're biased, being a vampire and all.
Not at all! remember when the first necromantic teams started to appear in the minor circuits, Bob?
Oh yeah, that sure was fun, Jim.
Especially when they fielded skeletons and werewolves at the same time, Bob.
I remember the werewolves kept running away with the skeleton's bones, much to the delight of the fans.
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway.
Time for some high-quality Blood Bowl gameplay.
If you call fondling thralls and neck-biting as high-quality gameplay, then yes. But not all of us are into that sort of thing, Jim.
Oh, really, Bob? As if propelling snotlings downfield is any different.
Yeah, Jim. Sure is different to me. More blood on the pitch to start with.
That's right, Bob. You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal. Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of it.
Like the Motley Horde is made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face!
Corruption so widespread that the Referees Guild has set out rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate. He's got the ball!
Oh, it's gonna be a hard end to the game for him.
That's right, Bob. He's gonna have to watch out for his own players as well as the opposition. We don't see much of the heroes of law these days.
I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of law hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
It's probably a good thing we don't see them.
Finally, there's one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation. Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things.
Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
I don't know if we really like that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it. There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Did you know that vampire teams have experimented with using vials and flasks to satisfy the need for blood on the pitch? But it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481, when the Gregan Counts faced off against the Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the Vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood that was spilt over the pitch.
Oh, I remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to field thralls instead. Living containers.
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
Ah, no way. A little elf beauty, yeah.
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now. Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
Nor did the player, or he would have ducked.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly, it's really ugly. Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision.
What finesse, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow! Jim, I have a question for you. Which team was crowned the worst team ever in the Spike magazine?
The Streisand Vampires.
That's right, Jim, and they all got staked by their fans.
That's all true, Bob, but they re-emerged last year with a new vampire lord, Bracul von Streisand, and they were quickly voted rookie team to watch.
Oh, I bet that hurt. I could hear a spine shatter from right up here.
Look on the bright side. It was a quick death.
Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport.
I doubt he'll be taking any further part in the match after that.
No, we've still got 2 legs. doesn't remember the Badlands Deadskins and their mummies back in the old days, Bob?
A very interesting story indeed, Jim. Apparently Javlor Kavlar, the head coach of the Deadskins, was unable to find some preserved mummies, so he fielded 2 flesh golems instead.
Indeed, Bob, and he clad them from head to toe in bandages.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral.
This player needs some time to get his senses back.
What a coward!
Get up, loser! As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch. Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
Brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion. I think he's singing him a lullaby. Somebody had better stuff some smelling salts under his nose.
That won't do any good. He'll need extract of Nurgle to put him back on his feet.
Oh, vampire teams do suck.
Blood, of course. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, Jim, we can agree that they are not the greatest teams out there.
Well, Bob, they do have a huge disadvantage. I mean, all that blood-sucking and all. That hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face.
Well, that'll keep him quiet for a while.
Yeah, he's just stunned, not dead.
The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided. Did you know that vampire teams have experimented with using vials and flasks to satisfy the need for blood on the pitch? But it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481 when the Gregan Counts faced off against the Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the Vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood that was spilt over the pitch.
Oh, I remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to feed thralls instead. Living containers.
Job is a lot cheaper than a plastic set.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department. Jim, best team ever in the Smart magazine.
The Streisand Vampires.
That's right, Jim, and they all got stinked by their fans.
That's all true, Bob, but they re-emerged last year with a new vampire lord, Dracul von Streisand, and they were quickly voted Rookie Team to watch. He sent him down for a chat with the Astro Granite. Is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say, but it really only comes down to taking a few hits. Recent medical reports stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing, come to think of it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent. Worthy of a black hole.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it.
That won't be coming back in a hurry.
Blood Bowl annals are littered with stories of teams who've gone bust with pretty
cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away. If it wasn't for the blood flowing from his nose and mouth, you'd swear he was having a rest. Broadcasting Circle for introducing the sport to so many necromancers.
That's true, Jim. Blood Bowl would surely be empty without howling werewolves and flesh golems and their replacement limbs. Good news for the fans. The first team champions think it's easy to be settling for a boring nil-nil draw. Did you know that the Grimjacks were the very first team to experiment with flesh golems instead of mummies?
Oh yeah, Bob. The famous flesh golem, Frank Einstein, made a debut with that team.
Oh yeah, Jim. Frank, who lost count of his replacement limbs. Charge!
Don't hit me, don't hit me.
Oops, I'm sorry. That's an old reflex. I'm hearing the starting whistle.
This player has opened the slapping box and gives rather generously. Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim. That's never a nice sight. Hand skills. The ball is caught. The ball went straight into his hands. He's spreading the ball around.
Ah, the vampires! At last! A team with class!
Not that you're biased, being a vampire and all.
Not at all!
That player's seeing stars now.
Funny for someone that wasn't really that bright.
First half belonged to the players, but the interval will give the supporters a chance to shine.
Well, some didn't even wait for